when God calls you to something, are you going to just walk into it? Are you going to say, yes, God, I want everything you have for me. I'll figure it out. I'll walk into it. Or are you like Jonah, where you go, no, actually, I'm going to skip and jump to the next city over there and not do that thing, because that's not a part of my plan. Look, I had this happen to me. I made a joke to my wife, and I walked up to her and I was like, hey, babe, I think we should plant a church, and we'll call it Raise Up Church. We'll plant it in North Carolina, and PD Pablo is going to be our worship leader. If you don't know who PD Pablo is, he's a rapper in the early 2000s who had a song called North Carolina, raise up, take your shirt off, spin it like a helicopter. And I thought that video was so funny when I was in high school. That's how old it is. But ouch. But really, I made that joke to my wife, and I was like, Raise Up Church, North Carolina, PD Pablo is going to be our worship leader. And she goes, you're dumb. I don't even know who PD Pablo is. Get out my face. And I'm like, okay. So I walk away, I laugh about it, I forget about it, and I'm in this vision meeting the next upcoming Sunday with my pastor and the leaders at the church, and he's like, look, we want to plan vision for the church for the next year, what it's going to look like, how we're going to serve, how we're going to love the people, sermon series, all that stuff. It's going to be great. And he wants to cast vision too of how we're going to do it, and he wants to get more vision intake from people. But he goes, first 5 minutes, I want you to pray, and I want you to pray what God's vision is for you. Somewhere in this meeting, he said, pray for what God's vision is for you. Take 5 minutes. And I do, and he goes, write it down. And I'm like writing it down. I'm like, what did I just write? And I wrote, plant a church in the future. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And then this happens, right? This all happens, and I'm like, I need to pray about this because I've just made a joke. It could just be top of mind, and I'm praying about it, and God keeps bringing it to mind, and I'm trying to actually not pray about it. After a couple of times, I'm like, I'll just forget that. That's just a thought I had. And that's just in the air. I don't want to do that. And God keeps bringing it up to my mind. He keeps bringing it up in prayer, and I'm terrified but excited at the same time. And I'm like, God, are you really calling me to this? So we go to a church planner conference. My pastor hooks it up. He gets me into the right place, and we go to a church planner conference, and I'm there, and we go for it, and we apply, and they call me back and like, look, we love your testimony. We love how you preach. We love this, but you don't have the experience. With the way we plant churches, bro, you'll get a 600-person church with your testimony, the way you preach, and just what you bring. You'll get a 600-person church, but you're not ready for that because you've only served at a 200-person church, and the teams you've served are too small. You'll break under the pressure. And I was offended at first, but in reality, they were right. I would have broken under the pressure. And here's the reality. I said, God, would you open the doors that you want to open? Would you close the doors you want to close? And he kept opening doors and closing doors, but ultimately he guided us in a path towards Life Action to get prepared for the church plant in the future. He didn't say no, he didn't say never, he said not right now because I need to toughen you up, boy. And that's what Life Action is doing for us. We're on the road, we're toughening up, we're growing, we're getting to the point where we're getting used to crazy, harsh life, and traveling on the road is intense, but planning a church, next level, hardcore. The people who do it, y'all are crazy, and I hope to join you, and the Lord bless this future thing, but right now, God's got us rocking with Life Action to build up the stamina, the courage, and the history with God so we can lean on and trust Him. But here's some things I want to share with you. Proverbs 16:9 says, the heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. I can make my own plans, my own timeline, and how it should work, but God's establishing my steps. And the next step is Life Action. And whatever it is after that, for however long Life Action is, whatever's next, church planning or not, I believe God is going to take me to the church planning area that He's promised, that He's called me to. The next one is Psalm 37:23. The steps of a man are established by the Lord when he delights in his way. Are you willing to delight in God, even though you're unsure of where the path leads? What's up, Jose? My dude Jose just walked by. Shout out to Jose, he's cool. But it says, look, the Lord's going to establish the ways when people delight in Him. Are you willing to delight in the Lord, to sit in His presence, say, God, whatever you have for me, I want it. Psalm 32:8 says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Look, God is directing your path. Will you trust Him? Will you take His instruction? Will you be teachable? Will you grow with Him? Will you allow Him to totally transform and shift who you are inside so you can work into the mission that he's called you to, so you can walk into it, work into it, be a part of it in the future and not fall apart. So let me pray for you real quick. Jesus, I pray you would give the person watching this vision. I pray you would give them an excitement for the calling they have, Lord. I pray you would prepare them for it with whatever next step is prior to it. If walking into the thing is the next step, would you let them do it with courage? Jesus, I pray all this in your name. Amen. Like I said, currently we are traveling with Life Action, doing 8-day revival conferences at churches all over the United States of America, serving them from being church attendees to Christ followers that go out and impact their community, region, and world. So would you like to partner with us as we travel with 19 young adults? We do children's ministry, youth ministry, worship, all the tech and all the preaching and teaching to serve these churches toward revival. If you want to join that mission, you can click the link below. Peace.